good, so she's happy. How are you?
Oh, it trips again.
Keeps tripping and you just change the thermostats and stuff like that.
Oh, I didn't know if the coil just.
Well, you test it.
Early.
If you get a continuity test, that's good and it's okay.
Okay.
There's some new faces here, I think. That gentleman,
Yeah.
you know, I think.
Yes.
Clean house.
All right.
Clean house. Oh, boy. Okay. And I don't know my local town citizens.
I'm Art Howe.
Jack Sabrina.
Steve Wilson.
He's on a board too.
Why don't you stay over there?
Small table.
6 feet.
Yeah, 3 feet now.
All right, take
Change
a
it
little
to
wash
three.
at it.
We still don't have a big enough conference table.
Call the Inland Wetlands Watercourse Commission to order at 20 minutes of 8. Alternates, regular members are all set, got a quorum. Any additions to the agenda, Joe?
No.
Okay. Approval of minutes, 3/3/22. Everybody had a look at them?
Yeah.
Any corrections, omissions?
Yes. Members, we got 6 members listed. Yep. Somebody's an alternate. Yeah, but we should be listed who the alternate was. And notice of violations, so Joe sent an application and GIS maps, and we'll follow up with another required photos as well. It's a duplication. Next sentence said it again, and then it said it's completed application expected in January. That doesn't make sense.
You're saying once.
Well, it was expected, yeah.
Oh, was inspected, okay,
Place is was.
okay. And get rid of the redundancy of the first sentence.
Anything else there, Skippy?
No, just double.
Okay.
It makes sense.
Look good? Wait for a motion?
Motion to accept.
Motion made to accept. All in favor? Opposed?
Second.
So carried. Seconds?
Second.
And it's accepted. All right. Comments from the audience. Anybody out there got anything to say?
I don't know, I'm sorry, I didn't look at your agenda. I don't know if anything's on there about Little Bridge drainage.
Nope.
The town's been getting complaints, from, Ora Hall and the Paradises
On the corner?
on the corner. Yep, there's a drainage ditch that goes behind all the properties back there
Mhm.
and along, I think it's like almost along around the property where Ora Hall is.
Yep.
It's being filled in by property owners. So it's not draining properly. So I met with the DOT got involved because there was also a complaint to the DOT that there was drainage from 165 getting into the ditches too. So the DOT got involved and they are recommending that the town puts a letter out to the residents that border the ditch to let them know that it can't be filled in. And that to start there.
Does that water come all the way from 165?
They said the state didn't actually answer that as a yes or no. They said they have a right to drain there, so.
Probably have an easement.
Yeah, just like the town has the right to drain there. too,
Yes.
so.
That goes from our house, and Matthews Field, snakes down to Little Ridge.
Yep.
And right down to the pond.
Goes on the
And
back of Aura Hall, off the
Yeah.
back. Yeah.
with Mills on that, they used to clean that once in a while.
Right.
No ways to complain. lodge? Is it on the corner? The people live in the corner there?
Yeah,
Okay, that's Paradis' house.
yeah. So, after the last letter, I was kind of hesitant to send another one, so. But I.
No.
Yeah, but you got a paper solution. You're not gonna do
Yeah.
anything.
Right,
It's just gonna keep going. It's gonna.
Yeah.
The last time somebody messed with that, they put pipes in and they flooded all 165 by the firehouse and flooded it.
yeah.
So
So the DOT said they walked to the area of the ditch. And it's all on private property and it's all their responsibility to maintain.
and
They
nobody
said
does.
some people probably don't even know that because it looks like they were putting like their long clippings into the back of the property. They were just putting stuff there, probably not realizing that it was.
The neighbors like to blow their leaves into it. It was a nice disposal site
So
for
the,
years.
where are the lawn clippings and stuff going,
Kind
on
of-
the 165 end, or is it
No,
happening down here by
on the
Little
Little
Bridge?
Bridge, the houses that are on Little Bridge, that the
Okay.
property abuts the back of it. So, and on the property alongside the Order Hall, where it looks like they're purposely putting dirt.
Essentially, to me, it sounds really more like it's like a civil matter between property owners. Like we discussed, I mean, I'm not going to issue a notice of violation for somebody
Right.
putting leaves or some sticks into
Yeah, it wouldn't be a
a trench
violation.
that's been.
If they own the land too.
Yeah, right. They shouldn't be doing it, but
They're screwing themselves out.
Yeah,
But
it's just, they said that a lot of the people are new homeowners and they probably don't realize that what they're doing is causing a problem. So just send out like an FYI, yeah, that ditch, don't go there.
the other part of this is that you need to focus on what the problem is. And I don't think the problem that the complaint is experiencing is probably more groundwater related than surface flows.
Right.
I mean, that's why they dug that trench, because they built Laurel Hall on a wetland and there's nowhere for the water to go. So
Right.
it's just all the same level. You could dig that trench 6 feet deeper and it wouldn't matter. The water is still going to be there.
Right.
Unless it can run off in some other direction, you know. And even then, even if you drained it some other direction, you're still
So
going
like,
to have,
yeah.
you're always going to have a wet basement. That's truly the issue.
Thank you.
Are they complaining about the basement being wet? or-
Yeah,
Yeah, well, every one of those houses has been wet. There's not enough drainage there to drain. It's
I think
more-
it's wetlands, so you can't, the water's gotta go somewhere, and
Right.
that's where the water's been forever, so
Yeah.
it's gonna
You're-
stay there.
You got 100-foot elevation between there and the pond. It just doesn't drain.
Wet down these and those.
Yeah.
All right. All business. Notice of violation, 108 Fort Jill Road, Mr. Cipriano.
Okay, I guess I can speak now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I got a question for you guys. You know, I'm building official and all that stuff, but I'm not up on the wetlands, how it was created. But wetlands commissions, what's their authority? What was that all designed for? Can you tell me that?
To protect wetlands.
Okay,
There's
against what?
actually, there's a statement in the beginning of the regulations that.
No, I didn't ask you that, the state regulations. What was that act? There was a public act 155, I know it, 'cause I've been reading.
Okay.
Okay, so what was that act created for? To protect wetlands, right? And what else?
Water courses.
Erosion, correct?
It
Erosion,
impacts the wetlands.
okay, erosion.
Yep.
Okay, that act was not designed to prohibit any work to be done in a wetlands area on the brook. I'll say on the brook, I don't want to work on the brook, but I'm just saying that's how it was created. So the brooks don't get washed out anymore, any more erosion.
Mhm.
So you gentlemen, I don't know what you guys want from me. I have more pictures of my property. I told you about the stone that I want to put there. I am 6 feet away from the brook. I am not gonna go into the brook. It's not gonna wash into the brook. I'm trying to protect my cabin from washing out, from erosion, which it already did over the years. That's all I wanna do.
Okay.
So I already spent almost $5,000 with an engineer because of you gentlemen, okay?
No, you spent
No.
$5,000 because of what you did, not because of what we did.
No, not because of what I did, because I decided, look, I always want to do things right. I've been in this town almost 15 years. I'm not out to make trouble or have trouble or do anything wrong. That's not me. I'm trying to fix the place up. That's all I'm trying to do. So I think we should have a vote tonight that I can put 10 yards of fill with the stone there. Well, if you think I'm gonna go get another engineer, Joe, guess what? I'm not. So it's ridiculous what you guys, he's been there.
If you, Jack, if you actually spent $5,000 for some design work, do you have anything in paper from?
No, the guy hasn't sent me nothing. That's the truth. He's the guy that did all the work when I jacked the cabins up. He did all of that. So I had him shoot that property for your board.
I saw some survey work.
Okay, I had him do all that. He sent me nothing. He got my money, but he sent me nothing. And I'm not gonna mention him because you guys know. You do know, and I'm not gonna badmouth him.
Yeah, no, we have another application.
Because two of his guys that did all the survey work quit on him, so I think he's in the world of crap. He can't find him. So I'm not gonna mention who it is. So all I want from this board is to allow me to put the stone in where it is now and put 5 or 6, 8 yards of gravel. That's it. Slope to the stone, and that's it. That's all I wanna do. Now, I found out about property you had problems with in this town. It was the, I can't think of the property owner's name now. It was sold to some other person. And they were putting boat launches in, access ways to the pond, and all this stuff going on. And okay, hold on.
I
let
know
me
what you're
finish.
talking about, yeah.
Okay, and they were getting away with it for a while. They did a lot more stuff than I'm even dreaming of doing. Okay,
They
so
did, absolutely.
why are you so dead against me protecting my cabin from eroding into that brook? You tell me why.
Okay, well, you allow me to speak now?
Sure.
Number one, we're not, I'm speaking to the commission here, I'm not, dead against you doing anything on your property. All we're requiring you to do is adhere to regulations similar to building.
What are the regulations?
Can
You're not
I speak?
answering.
Can I speak?
Go ahead.
I have the floor.
Go ahead.
All we're requiring you to do is adhere to regulations designed to protect wetlands. What you did initially was work that was in a regulated area. You pushed boulders and fill
One,
into a wetland that was documented by your soil scientist,
one.
whatever.
Okay, the
It
rocks,
doesn't matter whether
the
it's.
rocks do
flooded,
damage
whatever.
to wetlands, Joe.
I have the floor.
Okay.
All we're asking you to do is adhere to regulations. All we're
Okay.
asking you to do is submit an application to this commission, which we have not seen yet.
No, I have not.
To your credit, you did hire a soil scientist, you did hire an engineer.
That's
We
right.
have not seen anything from
Yeah.
either one of those individuals.
That's right.
All you simply need to do is fill out a 2-page application,
Okay,
sign it,
okay,
explain what you want to
okay.
do, which is
Okay.
fill behind
I
your
will do it
cabins.
tonight right here.
Fill behind your cabins to make sure they don't wash out,
Okay,
with a site plan showing what you're looking to do.
I don't have a site plan. I
Okay.
can draw you, I can draw you something if you're looking for
You
specific.
need, well, you need some sort of a site plan because this commission can't approve a theory.
Yes,
They
it
can't.
can. Yes, it can.
As a
You have
building
the authority.
inspector, you approve
Yes,
anything
I have.
without an
There's a
application?
gray area in any code, you know that.
Well, there's no gray areas here. These
Okay.
are regulations. There are
Okay.
no gray
Can I
areas.
get the floor again, Joe?
No, you can't. I'm
Okay, go
on
ahead.
the floor. You can speak when I'm done.
Go ahead.
We're asking you to submit an application per regulation. That's all it is.
But I don't
And I'd
have,
be willing to bet the horse, the farm, the barn, and everything else, that when you do that, this commission here will review it and allow you to do what you want to do.
Okay.
We have regulations for a purpose, to protect wetlands, so that these are done correctly. We
Okay.
don't just allow people to throw stuff in a wetland.
nobody's doing that.
Yeah, people are doing it all
One
over the place.
rock,
The guy
Joe.
you
You're
talked
making a
about did the
mountain out
same
of a
thing.
boulder.
The guy you talked about did the same thing. What did he do? He complied. He came in front of the commission and said, oops, I didn't know any better. Here's my site plan. Here's my thing. The commission reviewed it and approved it. It's a process that everybody goes through. This commission doesn't have the authority to allow you to come in here and say, I want to do this. Oh yeah, okay, go ahead and do it. They have to accept an application. They have to review it. And then the state statute says that once that application is accepted, 1 month later, they can approve it. They can give you your permit. So
So you've
you
done that?
can't,
Can I
you can't
speak?
get an okey dokey tonight,
Can I speak?
and you need to go through the process. You may,
Okay, can I speak? What?
I said, you may speak.
Okay. I want you guys on the board to look at this picture. Sorry. See the cabin in the background?
Mhm.
See the rocks?
Mhm.
About 5, 6 feet from the brook? That's what I want to fill from the rocks in the cabin. This is not a major construction site or huge wetlands and stuff like that.
I've been there, looked it over.
Okay, you've been there too,
Jack,
so-
you know, I'm,
Okay, let me finish, I'm not done.
okay,
I'm trying not to get aggravated, I really am, because I understand about regulations, Joe. I did it for 23 years. okay?
Keep
I
hearing
understand
that, keep hearing that.
But you're asking for something that I already paid for and I can't get it, and now you want me to get it again.
Jack.
I don't have elevation, and I'm not paying anybody to go there another $2,000 to give you elevation
Jack.
for 4 feet.
Jack, I want the floor. I want to
Yeah.
fast track this. I don't believe in double standards. We've asked another person for the same thing I'm gonna ask for. We asked for an application from another violator. We asked them to just give us a GIS or a Google Earth map with some sketches on it. Here's the picture, here's where I want, mark it up, tell us how far it is,
I can do
and
that.
and present that to us
I
as
can
a
do
site
that, but
plan.
you don't have
I-
to be stamped by any.
No, I don't want to spend 2,000 or 5,000. I apologize that you got.
I don't have a problem.
But I
at
just
all.
want, I just want an earth picture. so
I'll
we
do
have
it,
something
I can
to
do that
file.
myself.
Yes,
But I want to get something clear with you gentlemen.
Because you're not really filling that much back of that cabin,
No.
from what I saw.
No,
tell us, show us the sketch what you want, give us the feet, and let us review it.
okay, I'll do that. Let me just read what I found out, because I'm new to this wetland stuff. Public Act 155 that created the Connecticut Wetland Program is an act to regulate wetlands, correct? And not to prohibit work within wetland area trying to stop the ongoing erosion of the brook edge due to the steep grade adjacent to the brook. There are currently large rocks in the stream edge, adding additional support. That's from the state of Connecticut.
Mhm.
Okay,
Right, you see
So,
this document right here, Jack,
who created that?
regulations,
Who
this
created it?
town created it.
Okay,
These supersede that.
no, you don't.
Yes, they
The
do.
state of, no, you
Yes,
don't.
they do.
The town does not supersede the state of Connecticut.
Maybe in your world, but. in our
No,
world,
I've
it
been
does.
through this. I've been through this, not on wetlands, on another thing.
Well,
I
this
thought the
is
same thing.
Another thing.
No,
This is
I
what-
thought the same thing. The state has more authority than we all do.
In certain parameters, yes.
Well, that's right.
But in this town, the regulations, the wetland
Okay, I'm not gonna argue
regulations, the town
about
of
regulations.
Allentown.
All I wanna do is fill that in, so I will get you a satellite picture.
That's all.
I will
Jack.
write in there, I'll even measure it myself to depth. I'll try to do
Well, I just, if you want to fill up 8 feet, 10 feet, mark it in with a magic marker and tell us
I
how far
will.
it is.
It's
That's all.
measured from the
Well,
cabin
that's
to
simple, you
cabin.
didn't tell me that before.
You had the floor.
No, I mean the last meeting, you didn't tell me that.
We
told
asked
me
you-
to hire
we
this,
asked you
hire
for a
that.
site plan. We asked you for a site
The
plan.
site plan, but with Mr., do you understand?
Not the simple one.
When I said I don't want double standard, Mr. Marsh is doing the same thing. We've asked him to give him a site
Oh,
plan.
that's fine.
Google Earth.
But it's my site plan, it's not. I paid that guy a lot of money, okay? That's why I'm mad, because I didn't get nothing. I want to get this done. I haven't touched it since at all, and I won't, but I will do that. I'll do the earth thing, I call it the earth thing. I will do that. You have my word, I'll do it.
Can you fill out an
So,
application?
We can do an application tonight.
Can I
Sign
take? Yeah,
Can we do an application tonight?
sure,
Yeah, do it.
So we can.
but I don't have the maps.
I don't care about that. We'll look at it next week,
Yep.
next
I
month.
I apologize for being so,
No,
But we can review it next
Affirm,
month if you
you know.
do it tonight.
you got a right to speak your piece.
listen, I love this town. I came here 15, 16 years ago. I love this town, you understand? I bought a place that was a freaking mess for over 12 years, and you know that. I'm trying to clean it up. The next thing I'm gonna do when I get the money is hire the guy that cleans the pond, and he's gonna take care of all the paperwork, fine to do that. You know what,
Absolutely.
that's not me. If I was 40 years old, maybe I'd be out there doing it now. But I don't mean to get aggravated or anything like that, but you know, enough is enough. So this is simple, what you want. Simple.
I said I want to fast
It's
track.
always
My
been
granddaughter
simple,
can
Jack.
do
It's
it,
always
so
been
I'll take
simple.
care of it. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, that's just the
No,
way
it's
I
just-
am, so.
I didn't realize your staff was taking advantage.
Well, wouldn't you feel that way and go spend this money? I hire and try to regulate, you know, do what Joe wants, and, because he's a nice guy, he really is. Trying to do it, and then the guy gives me the umbrella, you know what I mean? So what am I supposed to do? Go spend thousands more? No,
No, I mean,
If I
he's,
was creating a 300-foot beach, yeah. Okay, then I'll fill it up tonight. I'm done. Okay, well,
we'll see you next month.
see, my guinea comes up, I'm sorry.
All right,
All right, thank you.
we'll go to Plan B. Notice of
That was
violation,
right.
156 Daily Pond Road. It's 3rd March. Excavation graded to the upland of the area.
Mr. Marsh is not here. I
Yep.
had a conversation with him, several conversations with him a couple weeks ago regarding this. He did say he was gonna come to the meeting tonight and submit an application with the site plan. He has a hard time understanding as well. Regulations are regulations, and he doesn't understand why he needs to do a permit. I tried to, my best to explain that to him. Yeah, from
Told them
an
also.
application, I printed them out of GIS, I
Yep.
explained the same thing, I explained to them. just,
Yep.
you know, Print out what you did, obviously at Bailey Pond there, they have a beaver issue.
Right.
And, Tracy submitted a letter to the residents there, asking them to monitor and try to be cognizant of what's going on there. So one of the things I explained to Eric was that, because he's the closest resident, his property literally abuts those culverts. I said, in your application, please, word it so that, you're going to be continually maintaining. So when he's there, he can take material out of that culvert and he'll have a permit to do it. It can be something that's done on a yearly basis.
Right.
And we know what's going on.
The culverts are the town's responsibility, they're not his, so we don't really want the residents messing with the actual culverts.
Right.
Those are actually at town property where the culverts are.
Okay,
So when I sent the letter out to the residents was because at that time, we had like huge beaver dam somewhere at the
it
time.
was further down.
It ended up being on the Rhode Island side of Hazard Pond, but in the meantime, the beaver activity was so strong there were actually dams higher up. I don't know if you know where the footbridge is, but that's not state property. and that
Tracy,
is-
unfortunately, we're in the dark. We don't have an application. We're not permitted to view the site. We don't have pictures. We have
Right.
nothing. All we
I
have
just
is
wanted to give you the
letter.
background of that because I heard too that he was saying I gave him permission to
Yeah,
do stuff.
his letter
and
said that you
I did
requested it.
not request it. The letter was just to let, because the Carson Brook, like there's the pond, there's the road, the culverts, and then the brook.
Mhm.
And the brook is owned down the middle by the properties on each side. There's no access for public works or for us to check it for beaver dams. So the letter was to just let residents know that the brook is their property. Keep an eye out for the dams, and I think I sent them information on how to get trappers and stuff. No way did I say to do
Disturb
anything.
anything in the public view.
No, and
Right.
when I drove by and saw, the person, they were actually nowhere near the culverts, they were on the pond pulling the pond grass out, and which is nowhere near even the culvert
Right.
side, and not even on the brook side, and not anything that I suggested. So, that's for the town side.
You're calling the culvert. Is there a swell from the catch basin from the street to the pond, to the stream,
I don't know what you're asking.
a earthen channel?
There's the road and there's the culverts under the road, they come out on each side, and the town has an easement all around there on both sides. The beavers dam the pond side, they don't dam the brook side,
Of the pipe?
the pipe.
Okay,
So we don't want residents doing anything with the pipes because that's town property and they can damage it. So we would never ask them to do that. And we have the beaver dams the pond side, and it just they stuff things in the culvert. They even started like piling up, making a stone wall in there. How smart these little guys are.
stones?
Oh yeah, there's rocks like this big that they carry and they like stack them up to block it.
Oh, they're
These
bad-
guys are smart.
They're bad with wood and mud. I
Right.
never knew they do
No,
stone.
they
Engineers.
use rocks.
You sure this ain't the neighbors doing this to flood somebody? I didn't think we were that smart to do masonry work.
It's hard to get inside these things, so I don't think people are doing it, so, but they're amazingly smart, so. But that's where that stands.
All right.
So regarding Mr. Mark,
Yes.
Mr. Marsh, I guess, you know, we'll just have to wait until next month. to see
Another
what
one?
happens.
Yeah.
Table it.
Need a motion to table it for the next one.
I'll make a motion to table the 156 Bailey Pond Road, Mr. Eric Marsh's, problem till next month.
Second. Motion made, second, all in favor? All right, opposed? So carried. All right, moving on, new business. 44, Tucker Turnpike, Arthur and Jennifer Howe, construction and floating dock. Application for consent.
All my neighbors on each side have. I basically copied the neighbor's permit. Literally, there's 4 houses on Stillwater.
Yep.
Outside of that.
Yep.
I'm the only one that doesn't have a dock. So I finally put the permit in.
Oh, okay, that's, okay.
Oh, actually, I shouldn't say that. Tom doesn't have one yet either. Grand Man has one.
Yep.
I don't. Skip Olden has one.
Yeah, I know
Sorry,
Skip's got one.
Skip. Skip has one. Graham, I actually copied Graham's because he gave me his. That's where I copied. It's just a simple floating dock with barrels on the bottom. I put 24-foot ramp out. I don't know if I'll go that far. That's just a plan that I pulled off. I figured it was easier to go to 12-foot. If I only go 18 feet, I figured shorter was better than being longer and being over.
Yep.
Because there are 2 rocks out there, so I didn't go in the water and measure out how far the rock was that I need to get to, you know what I'm saying? And it's just 2 8 by 8 floating squares at the end. Nothing great.
Something you're building or is
Yeah.
it something reformed?
Nope, I'm gonna build it. It's right down in front of my house. There's it's clear to my house. I'm not disturbing. I think he put on his 4x4 basically where the plank will hit the ground. It may be considered wetland, but it's still solid. It's not wet. But I put in there that maybe a 4x4 section if it hangs over the, you know, it could be on wetlands, obviously where we hit the ground. So
I think that's probably the honest question. Who actually owns the water that you're putting this on? Because if that's state property, we don't have a right to entertain this application.
A lot of.
do you want the history of that? Because I've been in 17 different
Keep
meetings.
it under 5 minutes.
No, because my blood will get right higher than his.
Battle over this.
You remember that one?
Yes, I remember that, yes.
The Wassiers felt that they owned.
He told me to get the.
They don't own the
office-
water. I
Oh,
really-
believe me, yes.
no,
He
I-
sat in a meeting and you were like, we've had this literally I've been there for 20 years.
Yeah.
For 20 years, I've been having this argument but he finally sold, so now I don't have this argument.
He doesn't own that property because they.
Oh, he says he does. He pays taxes on it. He pays
He
all the
doesn't own the river.
Does not own the water.
He doesn't own the water.
The argument was that it was subaqueous land.
They used to own all the way around it, and you could tell people that they couldn't go on it because you had to trespass across the property to
You
get on
can
it.
start at the bridge and go down it and short and walk over the bridges.
He put signs in the middle of the brook, no trespassing, get up, like, he put cameras on it. Trust
So
me.
what?
We were
Criminal,
in your
yeah,
meetings.
yeah. Criminals, no criminal actions.
I agree.
It's irrelevant. We have the authority to issue. a permit.
We can't.
Yes.
Yes, because 2 other
It's
people
like
have
we own
permits. Yep.
beach funds.
Yep, it's the
They
same.
own beach fund, but
Yep.
we still permit docks and.
I mean,
walls.
I wasn't asking, I mean, you're up 20 some odd feet and I'm trying to be cautious and reasonable.
Yep, no, it's been done. Joe and I have been, actually, I asked him before I ever had the question, but yes, you guys do have the authority to do this.
So you're really going,
I got a deed of Moose, we got a cottage in Moosa Pond. And according to our deed where our cottage is, we own a sliver of land right out in the middle of the pond, like this, pie-shaped piece.
they kick
But yet people can drive with boats over it, water ski over it, do what they want.
Can't do anything about it.
Can't do nothing about
the statutes changed in that town.
Never heard of
It
it.
used
It's
to.
deeded right, a white piece of, right out in the
If
middle
it's
of
a
the
high
pond.
water mark or whatever.
Yeah.
it's different.
Well, I think Tom Mercier's deed at the end said has it deeded to the middle of the pond.
Oh, no.
Because that's how when he said you can't, Tom's like, the hell you can, he's like, here's my deed. I'm like, oh, okay, we'll have this argument then.
But
But I've spent thousands of dollars, like with a lawyer and going back and forth with lawyers, like literally thousands of dollars.
The running water, you
You can't
you
own it,
don't own it.
no, they changed the statute. You used to be able to own it and it's gone.
but the fact, if you go to like Maine and look at scenic canoeing trips, it has Patchogue River and still water right in it. I'm like, how in a Maine brochure, you can't own something that's in a brochure, it's put out by the state of Maine.
Right.
Yes, I can, get off my water.
These days are over.
Yep. Yes, I'm.
We got a number of options. Everybody all set?
Looks good to me, did anyway.
I'd like to make a motion to accept application 1W22-01 as presented.
Motion made
Second.
and second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, opposed? You got it, Bob.
Thank you.
We'll see you next month.
Just for that, there's nothing if us get it. So we're gonna do.
We'll issue your permit next.
We can't act on it until next month.
Yeah.
Do I need to be here to get it, or do they just?
Not
send it to me?
necessarily.
Not necessarily. Assume you may want.
It doesn't matter. Really. All right. I'll be here next week to grab it. Thank you, gentlemen
You're welcome.
and ladies.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Excuse me, I have one question, then I'm gonna get out of here.
Go ahead.
I started filling this out when I do the other part.
Oh, I
Can I just drop it off to the office and do I have?
Yeah.
The site plan?
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you. See you later.
Have a good night.
Again, I apologize not to get so.
Do we have the application?
Yeah,
Let them hand it all in at once.
Yeah.
Okay,
no, it's all filled out, I just gotta do the other thing.
okay.
Thank you.
See you, Jack.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I just wanted to do that next month.
Correspondence, anything, Bob?
Nope.
Okay, agents report.
Nope. Quiet.
All right.
Oh,
was gonna say it is.
regarding the marsh property on Daily Pond, did you take the pictures for? Like we,
No, I was under the impression when you said that last month that you wanted him
No.
to supply pictures.
I was hoping you could go out there. We can't go out there and it's like, take us some pictures.
Okay, well,
So
actually.
we can see it and document it for the record.
Just for the record, driving down the road, we can see everything that's going on there. You know, I can take pictures of the edge of the pond where he did work, but you're not gonna, it's not gonna
See
appear to
anything
be anything at all. The only thing I can take a picture of is gonna be a big pile of debris that he fished out of
I see
the
that.
stream or whatever that's still there. That's-
Yeah, unless you knew what it looked like before,
Right.
you're not gonna know. the
All he
difference.
really did was just clean up brush and like, did fish around.
Go on the edge of the pond a little bit.
All the,
Just rub
there used
that.
to be like.
So there was a lot of small maple saplings and stuff, just, basically clear. It's not any big deal.
Yeah, I just haven't seen it and
Yeah, I'll
we didn't have permission to technically be there, so.
I can take some pictures.
How big's that plot there anyway?
A sliver of land in front there, I have no idea. It's only, very good long, and however wide the road from there is. But it is deeded with property across the street.
Okay. Entertain one more motion.
I'd like to make the motion to adjourn at 8:15 PM.
Second motion.
Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Right.